We've got a great cult pop for you today. Dee Wallace, Gabrielle Stone, director Roze, and Ray Kukurka, an amazing artist. So stay tuned for Cult Pop. With me now are Dee Wallace and Gabrielle Stone. I'm just absolutely psyched to have them on Cult Pop. Ladies, thanks so much for taking the time to be on the show today.
Of course.
I'm just really, really excited to have you, and let's jump right in. And a mother and daughter combo. I thought you were both sisters. It's unbelievable having you both on.
Oh, did he say the right thing?
Dee, you've been wonderful, and you're a repeat guest on the show. Thank you for being on again.
You bet.
Gabrielle, first time you've been on the show, and
yeah.
I'm really delighted to have you. You've both got a lot of work to talk about, new stuff out. Lords of Salem for you. You've got a few different movies out this year. So let's jump right in. Let's talk about Lords of Salem, Dee, and then we'll start, Gabrielle, with some of your stuff.
Well, Lords of Salem just opened this week, and I play one of the witches in it. I'm very happy to say I'm breaking out of the nice mother role in this movie. Watch out for me in a frying pan, that's all I can say. And have a lot of, I think I've got 3 or 4 in post-production, and actually Gabrielle and I are going to be in our first big film in September. I don't think we have any scenes together.
I think we're like on set one day together. I like walk by in the background, but we don't really have any stuff together. She plays my boyfriend's mom in it, so.
It's a wonderful movie though, called The Elephant's Graveyard. Beautiful film.
Excellent. Gabrielle, you have 3 or 4 different movies kind of hopping out this year. Some in post-production, some in pre-production, and some coming out right now.
Yes.
Talk about some of your projects and what you're here to promote this.
Well, the main film that I'm promoting on this tour that I'm on right now is Speak No Evil. It's a horror film that I finished in October. So I'm here with my director, Roze, and we're promoting Speak No Evil. We're doing a Detroit premiere on June 7th, and then we have, in Arizona, LA, West Virginia, so we're going all around doing promotions for that.
The Midwest is definitely always been a place to support genre stuff, science fiction, horror, things like that. But Detroit in particular really embraces this stuff. Mm-hmm. And it really is shown in things like this convention. This weekend, record-setting attendance, all kinds of people coming out. I wonder if you could both share some stories about how you are interacting with fans here. And I kind of mentioned off camera how it's kind of neat for me to see how happy people are to see you two, and how delighted they are, and really they have stories to share on how they personally were affected by your work, how much it means. So if you could both maybe share a story about what this weekend means and the interacting with fans.
It's been interesting for me from several different angles. First of all, interacting with my fans, whom I swear I've been doing this for, well, the convention circuit for 20 years. They still come up with pictures and DVDs and things that I've never seen. I don't know where they find it all, but they get it. And a lot of my stuff I get from them. But I've had every kind of story from, I had my baby in the back seat while we were watching your movie, to seriously, to that was our first date, and then we got married, and one mother came up to me and shared a really touching story of her autistic son whom she had never heard speak, and she took him to see the re-release of E.T., and on the way home, he started saying every line that E.T. said in the movie. And tears were streaming down her face, and she said, Dee, you helped create a miracle in my life. So you just touch people in ways that you have no idea when you're out doing what you love, And then it's been really totally joyful for me because I would say, well, and my beautiful daughter Gabrielle starting her career, and she's right across, you know, and say, oh, we have to go see her, and they'd come back and go, oh my God, she's so like you, Dee.
Gabrielle, how about you? Do you have some stories about interacting with the fans as well?
No, I mean, yeah, it's been really cool. A lot of people who have come by have been really, really interested in the independent film circuit, which I think is awesome. So a lot of people have had real questions and stuff about that, like what's it like working on an indie film, and you know, I'm a pro at answering all those questions. So it's been really cool, and I've had people that have come up to me with, you know, printed out their own pictures from Cut and stuff, which I have coming out later this year as well. So it's been really cool. The horror fans are like the best fans.
Yeah, they are. They are the best-hearted, most giving, most beautiful fans in the world. They are.
Excellent. Dee, I want you to be able to say, because I know you've got books, you've got all kinds of cool stuff, if people visit your website, and I know Gabrielle's going to stay on, and we're going to have your director come on and stuff, so I want you to have an opportunity to tell folks at home about your website, and you have a book, and different things, and I want you to be able to talk about that.
The other side of Dee, horror filmed healer. And I am a clairaudient channel. And my specialty is being able to reach into someone's energy and extrapolate the blocks that they're holding within their own energy and give them that information so that they can heal themselves. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, in relationships and money, in every way. My website is iamdwallace.com. And you can find both my radio shows on there, all my books. They're also available on Amazon.com if you just put my name in to Amazon. And it is life-changing work, both for me and for the people that I work with. So thank you for asking about that.
Well, that's fantastic. And we'll definitely have a link at our website so people can just click on your name and go directly to your website.
Beautiful.
So I thank you so much for being on the show for a second
Always.
time. I really appreciate it. And Gabrielle, you're going to stay with me here,
Yes.
and we're going to continue to talk. So I want folks to stay tuned for more Cult Pop. Welcome back to Cult Pop. With me now, Gabrielle Stone has returned. Her director, Roze, is with me now, and we're going to talk a little bit about Speak No Evil, fantastic new film that's coming out, and you guys have been here all weekend kind of promoting that, getting a really good response. People are really excited about that. Let's talk a little bit about the film.
Well, what should I say? It's the film is about a mother who's lost her daughter, and in the entire town, all the children disappear a day later, and they return carrying the child, the missing child, and her tongue has been cut out of her mouth. And I would say from there, things get more complicated for our hero. And it was really fantastic working with Gabrielle on this project. I think the film is fantastic. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting this out to audiences.
Excellent, excellent. Gabrielle, tell me a little bit about your experiences with the film.
It was fantastic. It was the first time I got to play a mother, which was cool. It was definitely challenging. We did the whole film in 16 days, so it was a lot of hours and a lot of work, but it was great. I had such an amazing experience. The whole cast and crew were just so awesome, and we really became like a family by the end of it. It was great.
Now, where did you shoot the film? Where was it shot?
We shot it mainly just outside of Phoenix, Arizona. Actually, it was shot in a town called Apache Junction that we dubbed Superstition, which actually is at the base of the Superstition Mountains out there.
Excellent. Roze, you told me off camera you're a Michigan native.
Yes, I was born in Livonia.
Let's talk a little bit about coming back to a convention like this, coming back to Michigan. huge hotbed for this type of stuff, for genre conventions. Tell me a little bit about your weekend so far and how it's been interacting with the fans here.
I gotta say, it is so exciting to come back home. This is my second film, and I brought my first film back to Michigan, and now bringing back Speak No Evil. It's so exciting to see the response that the crowd have here. Like we actually tried to. Screening the trailer yesterday to a group, and we just had technical difficulty after technical difficulty, and actually never got the trailer screened. And what just happened was we'd all just, while we were waiting, just started to talk about cinema. We started to talk about what does it mean, and what is the value to us and the human story. And it became like, and I couldn't believe how the crowd completely didn't even care about this technical issue. Like, they just totally engaged with us and were just hung with us, and they all just rushed our table right after that lack of a screening, and I couldn't believe the support. It's just an unbelievable crowd that shows up here.
Rock and roll, excellent. I want both of you to be able to talk a little bit about the website, promote, and date. When can people see the film, order a DVD, that type of stuff? When, where, and how?
Well, the film's coming out May 24th in Phoenix, Arizona. We're going to do a red carpet premiere there. We're coming to May 30th to LA, June 7th in Detroit.
Okay.
And we're doing the Niagara Falls Comic-Con. We're doing the Albuquerque Comic-Con. And that's just the first month. We're going to take this film on a 6-month tour around the country. We're doing about a 30 to 50 city release for it, completely grassroots, and it's being released by mindplate.tv. We're going to be offering streaming services this summer for $3.99 to watch the film, and we're doing day and date with our theatrical release.
Okay, you mentioned mindplate.tv, and then is there a website for the film that people should know about?
We actually are just using Facebook to interact with people, so you can find, if you go to speaknoevilthemovie.com, it takes you right to our Facebook page, and it's the best way for us to interact with our fans. And then you can find the film on mindplate.tv.
Excellent. And Gabrielle, I want you to have an opportunity to tell folks at home about your website, Facebook, Twitter, any of that kind of cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter and Facebook under Gabrielle Stone, and I have a website which is actressgabriellestone.com.
Okay, excellent. Hey, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to be on the show today. I know it's a really busy weekend, a busy schedule, so I thank you for being on the show. I wish you continued success, and we'll do everything we can to help promote the movie.
Great.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thank you for having us.
Hey, great news. Roze and Gabrielle have been nice enough to share a preview of Speak No Evil. Let's take a look.
So the last time you saw her was around 10 o'clock. You two doing any drinking tonight?
What?
Any illegal drugs?
My daughter was taken from my home tonight!
You lost her out there! You lost her!
They're all gone. All the kids in the town are gone.
Damn it, Dale! I need your help!
It won't let you have her.
Nobody's coming for us, are they?
Whoever did this to Joey didn't want to kill her. They don't want her to talk.
Joey!
You can't do this for yourself.
My daughter is very sick!
I'm gonna see her again.
Oh my God! Go, go, go! Through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For Lord Jesus, as you sacrificed yourself once for our children, so our children do now.
With me now is artist extraordinaire, Ray Kukurka. Ray, thanks so much for being on Cult Pop today. huge fan of your work. You're just an incredible horror and science fiction artist, and just absolutely loved your work. Wanted to get you on the show. You're here at the convention, so I thought we'd bring you on. Tell me a little bit about your work, and tell me about why you embrace the horror genre.
Actually, I like horror, sci-fi, fantasy, and pulp art. I'm really fascinated with pulp art, and pulp art is basically comes from the term of the paper that it was actually made on. You think maybe The Shadow or something along the Edgar Rice Burroughs, Tarzan, Doc Savage. But actually, I like to do. I'm really influenced by that because I love the narrative type art. You know, I like horror, but I like to take it one step further. You know, as you see in some of my paintings, instead of just working from photo reference, which sometimes you need to do, but I like to take it a step further, and I really want to add a lot of detail and create little subtleties that you see something different and new all the time to draw the viewer in.
You know, your paintings are absolutely amazing. You have many on display here at the convention. Your website has all kinds on display. Can you tell folks at home, as they view some of your images and stuff, who were some of your influences artistically? Because I think I see some, and I'm curious if what I'm thinking is the artist that, some artist that influenced you.
Okay, at a young age, I grew up, I guess you can call as a monster kid of the 70s. Biggest influence, first and foremost, who I got the pleasure of meeting back in, about 10, 15 years ago, is Frank Frazetta. And obviously Boris, a little bit of Boris, although I tend to think, and I don't like to criticize, but his figures tend to look a little too realistic and stiff. Obviously an excellent artist in his own right, but Ken Kelly, Bernie Wrightson, Zdzislaw Beksinski is another guy that I actually got into more. He's actually not as well known, but there's definitely some influence on my part of his. That's about it. I mean, well, Frank Paul from the early, Virgil Finlay, who is a pulp artist back in the 20s and 30s and 40s. Then you can go into our illustrators. Howard Pyle was a huge influence. Last of the Mohicans type of artist. I would think, you know, at that time, you know, excellent. Can't think of any more at the moment.
No, that's fantastic. Because those are some of the names I was thinking of, and I was wondering who might have influenced you, and your art is absolutely amazing, so I see some of those influences. On display, some of the stuff we'll see, but what I've seen at the convention here, can you give me an idea of how long some of the paintings actually take from start to finish? A full composition, how long some of those paintings take? Because there's some wonderful pieces you have on display here.
To be honest with you, each piece will vary. Generally, I would say on the average of 2 to 3 days. Some will actually the idea will come quick, you know, generally when I'm working quick, if I need my paint to dry, I like to work on masonite. I'll do an acrylic, which is a water-based. Now I prefer, though, is oil painting. It could take sometimes up to 2 weeks, but that's not working continuous. Sometimes I need to put it away for a few days and then come back with a fresh eye, and you see something totally different. Also, I use my wife as a sounding board because she will be honest, and she can be a little ruthless sometimes. She'll tell me, this doesn't look right, why are you doing this? And so, I mean, I appreciate honesty, but the biggest part of it is when you come to the shows, I went through a period where I did several paintings, threw them in the corner, did nothing with them. As I've gotten a little older, you need to realize you got to get this stuff out there. So you put your neck in a chopping block, and first show I did a few years back, I think 4 or 5 years ago, was a Motor City Comic-Con, and it was well received. But here I am, constantly growing, constantly changing.
Ray, I think it's important to let people know, because I was discussing the fact that I was going to have you on, and people really appreciate your art. Oh, wow, he's a great artist, really like his stuff. People are very surprised to know that you don't just sell prints. People are like, I can't afford that, I can't do. You do a lot of commission work, and a lot of your work is very specific to what somebody wants. So before we wrap up, let's let people know about your website, how they can check out your art, but let's let them know how they can reach you and maybe get some commission pieces, and that you're very open to that type of work. Anything from $50 to $5,000, you're open to that kind of stuff. So let's let people know about that.
Basically, I like doing a one-on-one commission. I'm fascinated, and I like when somebody has a good idea. My mind and the cylinders are firing when they come up with an idea and they say, let's do this a little bit later, no hurry, no hurry. And I say, no, let's get going on it now. Not that I'm saying, generally what I work is, I require a small down payment to get started. And a good majority of the times that once I get rolling on it, it's just inspirational and working with a client, and that's my idea. I like to do a one-on-one type of painting, and ultimately I understand the economy can be tough here in Michigan, but there are people out there that still do appreciate hand-painted artwork, and I'm the guy.
Excellent. Ray, tell folks at home your website and how people can reach you if you're on Twitter or Facebook or any of that type of stuff.
Okay, I am on RayKukurkaArt.com, or I am now on Facebook Ray Kukurka Art, and I seem to get a good response in reaching new people with the Facebook and the fact that they already are on Facebook. So that's actually going pretty well.
And you welcome people if they're interested in they've seen stuff at your website, they've come to a convention, they can go ahead to the Facebook page, contact you, and commissions are something you absolutely enjoy, so it's not something somebody should be shy about.
And it's not something that I really chose to do, and as everybody knows, being an artist can be difficult, but it's something that I say that this occupation pretty much chose me, but I do love to do it, and I look forward to hearing from people. Excellent. Well, I'm a huge fan of your work. I'm really glad you took the time to be on Cult Pop today, and I wish you continued success. Thanks for being on the show, Ray. Thank you. Stay tuned for more Cult Pop. Great interview, Ray. Thanks for being on the show, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you. Wow, what a great show here. One of my favorite episodes. Thanks so much to Dee, Gabrielle, Roze, Ray. What a fun show. This Motor City Nightmares has been an amazing convention, and we've had a great time. If you want to check out some of our back library of shows where you can see past conventions, other shows we've done, do that at cultpop.com. Every episode we've ever done is there. Really appreciate it if you go see that. We've also got a presence on Facebook as Cult Pop, and we're also on Twitter. So please, as always, like the Facebook, check us out on Twitter, and take a look at the backlog of shows. We really appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.